In previous videos, we introduced you to numbers tables. In this video, I want to show you how to use a numbers table with a dynamic filter and a different type of subquery. And I wanted to take a look at the item table. And just if we look through that data, we do have a retail price in here. And what I want to get is, again, we're going to use a numbers table, but I want to know how many items are in each price range by dollar. And what I mean is, if I wanted to find all of the items between a penny and a dollar, what I would do is run a query like this to say select count star from item where the retail price is between 0.01 and 1. And what that would give us is there's 42 items between a penny and a dollar. And perhaps we'd increment that and say, well, I want everything between, or the count of everything between a dollar and a penny and $2. And I can go ahead and get a count in here. And so on. Maybe I'll do a 3. And you can see I could do this so on and so forth to see where most of our items lie. Are most of our items, below $1 or between $3 and $4 or $10 and $12, or where do most of our items lie? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by using a numbers table here. And I'm going to say select n from numbers. I'm going to go from 1 to 100. And then I want to go ahead and use that number to dynamically fill in these values. So I'm going to take this and use it as a subquery. So I'm going to put a comma. I'm going to do an open close parenthesis. And I'm just going to call this item count. And I'm also, for the moment, going to go ahead and call this high dollar amount. Let's copy this query and paste it in here. And let me indent so we can see what's the subquery. Okay. But instead of typing in the different values like we did here, we could use n. Let me put an as in there, in order to make these dynamic. So here, I can go ahead and say, well, let's make this the high number, so we'll make that n. And if n is 4 and we want to go ahead and get to $3.01, what I can do here is say n minus 0.99. Well, if n is a 1, this becomes a penny, and that becomes $1. If n is a 5, obviously the high number is 5, and the low number is now $4.01. And remember, the between is inclusive, so we're getting those items that are a penny all the way up to the items that are below and equal to $1. Now if I go ahead and I run this, I'll see here that if 1 is my high dollar amount, I have 42 items that cost between 1 cent and $1. And between $1 and 1 cent and $2, there's 21 items. And it appears I peek here that most of my items are between $3.01 and $4, and that's 6,247. And you can scroll down and see as they also peak again at 20. And as we keep going higher, I have less and less numbers. I only have one item between 63 and a penny and $64. But the point of this is we were able to use a scalar subquery. Again, this is taking the place of a column, sort of like a function. And we were able to leverage n in our filter. So that way this range, this filter range, can be dynamically incremented, and we can get our data as such.